Cruzy, and I was on crew up, as you can see. We were very high up in the mountains, actually. It's quite terrifying. This year, I expected our ASP trip to be just like last year, but to my surprise, it was much different. The routine was similar, waking up early with a mad dash to our fully packed vehicles and long hot days on our work sites until we headed back to the center for a cool shower. But this year, having the chance to truly get to know the members of the family we were working with made all the difference. On our site, there was a mother, Lockie, and her fully grown son, Ron. Lockie clearly kept everything together and was a constant and consistent shining light. She would always come out to see us working and looked in amazement at how much progress we were making. Sometimes she would bring us little treats that she made with ingredients from her garden. My favorite was the apple crisp with apples that were grown in her backyard. Lockie's garden is her pride and joy, and on the final day, she took us on a tour and was excited to show us her knowledge. In the mountains of Virginia, I learned that people have a very different definition of intelligence than we do. It doesn't come from schooling, but rather family values and farming knowledge, which are strived for. About halfway through the week, while talking to Lockie, I learned that she had lived in Florida for part of her life with her husband and some of her kids. It seemed strange to me at first as to why she would leave. Then she told me that she came back as soon as she was able. Those mountains were her true home, and leaving them only made her realize that. The most memorable moment of this experience was at the end of the week, and it was when I learned that Lockie and Ron had been waiting almost 5 years for the wheelchair ramp that we were building. During the earlier stages of the project, Ron would come out on his wheelchair and go down the ramp as far as he could. It was as if the ramp wasn't real to him, only a fantasy, unless he was actually on the ramp. On the day we finished, seeing the eyes of Lockie and Ron once the ramp was complete was one of the most rewarding experiences in my life. For our work, I learned the importance of taking a moment to stop and look at the direction in which your life is headed. And yes, it does seem like a simple thing to do. The fact is that being able to step back and evaluate your life is a very difficult thing to do. This was very evident, especially for me while working on the work site. For some reason, still unknown to me today, whenever I would try to drill a screw into a board, it would seem almost impossible, as if everything I was doing to make the screw go in was up against a stronger force. I would often hear comments to other struggling youth telling them to put their weight behind it, so I just assumed I wasn't trying hard enough. Then I would check my drill, and each time my drill gun seemed to be set in reverse instead of forward. Each time it seemed to be mocking me as if I should know by now that it's in reverse. If I was struggling, my group would often say, check if it's in reverse, and of course, every time it was. Sometimes I even became so frustrated that I decided to put all my weight into the drill gun, and I even got a couple screws in while I was in reverse. Finally, on our last day, John assigned me to drill in the very last screw, which I thought was a joke. It seemed to be the last screw. It was the last screw to the plaque we made for the ramp. In almost a joking way, my group said, is it in reverse? And I soon doubted what I had already assumed, which was the gun was in forward. So just to be safe, I checked. And I noticed that my drill gun was finally going the right way. I smiled and screwed in the very last screw. For me, that was a sign that after all the struggles, I was in the right place, doing the right thing. And this year, our trip was different, and I will gratefully be changed forever.